Hey there, YouTubers. As you can see in the picture on the thumbnail, my wheels, I shined up my wheels. This one's not so pretty, the other one's pretty. So you're going to need a few things to make this happen, because some corrosion has gotten in on the wheel from the winter, salts and things like that. Even though you think the road's clear in the winter, it ain't. So, if I can wait for the wind to die down, you're going to need a drill, some form of a buffing thingamabobby. I use a ball-shaped one. Some form of polish, wheel polish, steel wool. And this is a harsher kind of polish that'll take down the corrosion a little faster and get rid of all the spots and nasties that are not wanting to come off of this wheel. Wind is not my friend. So I'm just going to kind of show, because with this wind, trying to talk to you is going to be difficult. And I guess I could bring it in the shop and do it. Right? I suppose I could do that. Let's do that. Duh. I am not going to lie. I didn't realize that trying to set up the camera on this was going to be difficult, because I like to sit here. And you won't see much. So I'm going to have to sit off to the side. I'm going to be uncomfortable just for you. I washed the car, cleaned the wheels. This is not clean. I don't know if you can see in the camera just how dirty this is, but here I'm going to try to buff it up, and there is all sorts of staining, and it's probably minor corrosion from the winter. The salt gets on these wheels, and they've got little spots everywhere, and it looks absolutely horrible, and I can't get it off. I've tried just trying a little bit of wheel polish, and it does not touch it. So I experimented with the other wheel to see what worked and what didn't. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through it with you to show you, so you don't have to experiment. You can just go right to it. Alright, so what I'm going to do, start off steel wool. And because it's this is just rubbing compound, you can use this on paint, anything. It's a little bit harsher than just a regular wheel polish, but unfortunately this desperate times calls for desperate measures, and this does not like to come out of the bottle. Whoever designed, in fact, putting it in a bottle like this was an idiot. But anyway, when it's full, it's no big deal, but once it starts to get near empty, it starts becoming a problem. But anyway, alright, so we're going to get a little bit of this polished stuff on here, and we're going to just get to it. This wheel's a little bit wet, so it's making things a little more difficult. Now, the reason I said get yourself a little bench, or didn't I say that? Well, if I didn't say get yourself a little bench, because you're going to be here a while. It's going to take a little bit of time to get this cleaned up pretty good, and you're going to use the steel wool for a good bit. You're going to try to get most of the corrosion-y looking stuff. Whoops, try not to get it on the ground. Corrosion-y stuff off. I don't really know what these spots are, but they don't come out for nothing. So we're just going to keep on polishing. Now we're going to get a little automated here in a bit, but just put on a little more polish. Jeepers crow. Try not to drop it in the dirt. Don't do like I'm doing, because I'm kind of looking at the camera and kind of looking at the wheel, and we're trying to do a couple of things at once, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm not very good at multitasking. Multitasking is not my thing. So if you got bionic arms, you can, really go at it and get things done faster. Now I'm trying to look through through the polish and see if I can see any of the spots underneath the polish. Once I don't see the spots anymore, now the best thing to do is we'll do the bottom that we can see now, and then I'll roll the wheel around, and then we'll do the other side just to make it easy on myself. I'm not going to show you all that because there's no sense to do that, but I'm just going to show you so you don't have to sit here for 2 hours watching me polish. I don't know if I want to do this in real time or if I just want to speed it up a little bit and let you guess how long this took. It's not horrible, but plan on spending about a half an hour per wheel, I think would be my guesstimate of how much time this is going to take you. Depending on how bad your wheels are, too. If they're really bad, this could take a while. And then, what I'll do is do this for a bit. And so that's real time right there. So let me go and see how far. Now, there's two sides of my towel here. Got a soft towel with the soft fuzzy side on this side and just the regular side on that. I use this side for just taking the polish off. Ooh, that one doesn't look too bad already. Oh, wow. That went quicker than the other one. So I use that side for taking the polish off, and then I use this side for buffing it up. But wait, we're not done. Even though that looks really good. I'm amazed. Okay, that actually went a lot faster than I expected. But now I get my little buffing wheel here, and I like to take my can of polish. I don't recommend. I like Mother's, but I've got some Blue Max, works pretty good, and there's probably others. This is not an advertisement. This is just, it just happens to be which one I prefer. And I love their Canuber wax because it smells really good. And it's like, I just enjoy smelling it while I'm waxing my car. But no advertisement there. I'm just saying what I prefer. Now, if somebody else wants to send me something and I'll try it and let you know if I like it better, that's fine. But for now, this is what I use. Now you just kind of... What I like to do is just kind of stay in one spot and just slowly work my way around. See how it's turning black? I could be wrong, but I believe that is actually dirt that's embedded in the wheel, and or actually some of the material that the wheel is made out of. You'll have to ask somebody that polishes for a living to tell you what's really all about, but that's what I think. Alright, now that we've done that, I'm going to get my towel, and again, I'm going to use this side, the regular smooth side, if you will, and I'm going to clean all this off. And then I'm going to take the soft fuzzy side, and I'm going to use that to try to bring a shine back on it. So we're just going to take the polish off of here. Now to get more shine, we can use the regular polish, which we've not used yet. We have used it on the actual spinny thingy, but not on the wheel itself. Now this is where you got to put some elbow grease in. Once I get all this off of here, because you'll see there's residue. You probably can't, but there's residue and swirl mark. But this one's coming out remarkably well. But so I'm just going to take all the polish off of here. And then This is the most satisfying part, however, because it is, you start buffing it and it gets shiny. Okay, now we're going to the soft fuzzy side, and we're just going to try to bring some shine back. Now I'm going to take a little bit of, well, I was going to take, there it is. I'm going to take a little bit of the polish, because there's some swirl marks. And I'm going to get a different rag, and I'm going to use some of this polish to try to get rid of the swirl marks. This is just an old pair of long johns. They've been washed. I'm just going to take a little bit of polish. Try not to get it on the tires. If you're rubbing vigorously, you're probably going to get it on the tires. And then you got to clean the tires. Now, as you can see, there's kind of a matte finish. I hope you can see that. I don't know how sharp this camera is. I'm showing you everything. We're just going to keep polishing with this. Get the polish to even everything out. It's a lot easier if you take the wheels off. No, I'm not going to do that. You know, you can really get your elbows in on it if you take the wheel off. And or you could lay a carpet down or some paper or something under the tires, drive over it, and that way if you drop your rag, you don't end up getting the rag in the dirt. Nope, I'm not doing that either. This requires some elbow grease, so be prepared to work up a sweat if you're, if you're in the warm weather. I'm not. It's about 70 degrees out today, so it's actually a really good day for doing this. It's a little bit cloudy, kind of windy. Get a lot of wind up here on the mountain, so I apologize for that, because one of my outdoor videos tends to be a lot of wind noise. I am going to invest in a better camera system in the future, but that takes money. And I don't know how familiar you are with YouTube. While rumors fly that people make tons of money on YouTube, I'm not one of them. I mean, I do make a little bit, but it isn't even enough to write home about. It takes years and or a lot of videos or something going viral for you to make any real money on YouTube. So, feel my pain, if you will. Most of this, for the last 3 years anyway, have been free. Oop, I was going to use steel wool. Not a good idea. Alright, get my soft side of my towel again. And let's try to bring up some shine. Now this is a dry towel, so it's not going to make a huge deal if you get it on the dirt. You just shake it off. This one didn't take that long, so if you're looking at it at real time, with the exception if I did speed one little bit up for you. But we're still on real time so far, with one exception, and I'd say that was probably, maybe 3-4 minutes worth, 5 minutes maybe. I don't know. Getting around the valve stem is a humdinger. Here we go. We're almost done. Almost done. I've been sniffing polish too long. It's starting to get loopy. Now I didn't get any corrosion on the spokes here, so I didn't really spend any time on those, but you can if you need to. Now this is an aluminum alloy wheel of some sort, and so this is basically for an aluminum alloy wheel. You get a pair of those old slotted mags that everybody loves for the vintage stuff, and this will work on those, but it'll take a lot more work. You might even have to get out some sandpaper to smooth them out again. But that's just, there it is. I don't know how much the camera picked up on how much better that is, but let me tell you, it's a lot better. Now understand, I've only done it, I can keep polishing and get it shinier and shinier and shinier. You know, but I'm probably not going to, because I'm getting tired. But there you go. I've actually got it so shiny I can actually see the tooling marks when the wheel was made. That's how clean this wheel is right now. So it's just like a shadow with tooling marks. You can see how they cut the wheel, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, there you go. And you can see it's getting even shinier, shinier, and shinier. And you can just keep on going and probably get a clean towel and get even more shine out of it. But I'm thinking that's good enough for an old farm boy. What do you think? I kind of see that shine coming through right here. I'm really liking it, so I'm going to keep going. I don't know. Nobody's going to notice but me, right? Because I'm standing on top of it. Hope you're not seeing my knee. Alright, well anyway, looks a lot better. I don't know if it's noticeable to you, because I don't know how sharp my camera is. But this wheel was nasty looking. It had spots and they looked like pits, but they weren't. They were just stains. Probably from the salt on the road. Here in Tennessee, we use sodium chloride. It's a liquid. They don't put salt per se on the roads. They put a liquid sodium chloride. So when you drive, that liquid sprays up on your wheels, gets up under your car, and it's just like sticks because it's liquid. At least salt, salt will come up and peg the bottom of your car, and of course it mixes with the wetness and does the same thing basically. But that sodium chloride, even if it's not snowing, will get on your car, especially on your wheels, and alloy wheels don't hold up very well. I try not to drive this in the winter as much. Well, I drive it in the winter, but not anytime there's sodium on the road. But I must have taken it out a little too early this year. Brakes are still pretty good considering I live in a mountain. But anyway, there you go. I hope this helps. Again, the more elbow grease you put into it, the longer you polish it. I mean, I can sit here going like this all day long, and it'll just keep getting shinier. You can add more polish to take even more of the impurities out of it, But you can just keep going and going and going, and it'll just keep getting shinier and shinier and shinier. It just depends on how. If you're going to do a show car, have fun. This is a daily driver. So I am not that ambitious, but I am going to roll it over and do the other side. But it does look 10 times better. So just keep in mind, soft towel. If you want the drill, it just helps speed up the polishing part of it. You don't have to, but some form of rubbing compound for paint or anything, just a slightly minor abrasive. This is a 5973. Yep, I don't even know what that means, but it means that it's not very abrasive. And then, of course, some form of mag aluminum polish, something that's designed for wheels, aluminum wheels, to get them to shine. But anyway, there you go. Hope this helps. Please subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell, hit the like. Did I ever say subscribe? Yeah, I sure did. See ya!